Hello and a very good evening to you. Welcome to the Business Plus. I am your host Rachel KAHUGU. Today we come to you from Nakuru City in a small town called Ngata, and we are in a very renowned bakehouse. This bakehouse is very unique because the baker didn't just start as a baker. She is also an artist that makes this bakehouse very unique. And that's not all. This bakehouse was born from a daycare. So come with me as we learn more about bakery, because business is more than meets the eye. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Welcome to the Business Plus.
Thank you so much.
And we're very happy to have you.
Happy to have you too.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Joanne, fondly known in the baking world as Jojo Lydia. I'm the cake artist at Little Hands Bakehouse.
Yeah. Why the name Little Hands Bakehouse?
Can say coincidentally, because Little Hands, we started off as a daycare where we had so many kids. The daycare was very beautiful. So from the daycare, we had parents who wanted to have birthday parties at the daycare.
All right.
So, and because it was very beautiful. So finding how it was in, let's say in a week, we could get 4 to 5 cakes.
In a week?
Yes.
So that means you'd bake for like 5 days in a week?
At that time, we were not baking. These parents were bringing the cakes from outside to celebrate the birthdays of their kids at the daycare.
Okay.
So for me, I saw as a business opportunity, because if these parents can give me their kids to take care of them, they can as well give me the cakes to bake for them.
Yeah.
So that's how we branched to the cake side of it from the daycare.
All right.
But having the knowledge of baking from far when I was a little baby, so I started to rekindle the baking and all that. That's why I went to school.
Right.
So it was
you started baking from a very young age?
Yes, when I was 9 years old.
All right.
I was introduced into baking by my elder sister. At that time, she was a student in high school, and she was doing home science. So when she used to bring her projects back home, everybody in our family can bake. Okay. Yes.
So that's when you started the baking industry now?
At that time at the daycare.
At the daycare?
Yes.
And now, hapo kwa daycare,
yes,
ulikuwa unapika birthday cakes.
Yes.
And as you can see hapa, these are wedding cakes. I don't think inaweza kuwa a birthday cake, right? These are wedding cakes.
Yes.
How did you move from the birthday cakes to the wedding cakes?
Okay. I can say for my love in kids, I love kids. Especially since I got my daughter.
Yeah.
The fondness of the kids was just there.
Right.
So for me, birthdays was everything to kids and all that. I wanted to make the themed birthday cakes, because the cakes that we used to receive them there, I could see I want to do more. I wanted to do more.
It didn't have the creativity you wanted.
Yes, I was looking for the theme. This kid, because I've stayed with the kids, we ran the daycare for 2.5 years. So I could tell what the kids like, each and every kid.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I get the birthday for this kid, I know what I'm going to give to make him or her wow.
All right.
So for me, I wanted just to do the birthday cakes. And I did the birthday cakes. I never even knew wedding would come. But just like that, clients could see these birthday cakes. And like, if you can do this, even the weddings you can do.
You can do it.
Yes.
All right. So apart from cakes, is there anything else you bake?
For us, we are strictly on cakes.
All right.
That is the line. We are so niched down to cakes.
Okay.
Yes.
So 2 years ago, around 2 years ago, there is an award you won.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
I was the first runners-up at Samantha's wedding cakes award.
So it was an award for wedding cakes?
Yes, for wedding. It was a wedding cake challenge. And as we know, Samantha Bridal have the shows every year for all the brides and each and every suppliers and vendors for the weddings.
Right.
So for the first time, they brought the cake as a competition. And 2 years back, I was very young in the industry. I was barely 2 years. So I was I was only 2 years, because now we are 4 years. So having to go for an award, I was like, I'm not ready, because there are so many giants in the industry. So I knew I need more time for me to join the award at some point. So I received a call from the judges, because they were told to call on the bakers whom they think they can do that job according to the category that they gave. It was classic elegant.
So they called you and you're only 2 years old in the
Yes.
business.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
All right, so we have seen how the bakery has grown, and now you're making very beautiful cakes.
Thank you.
For someone who would want to start such a business, or someone who would want to start baking, what do I need? What's the capital to start baking?
What I will say first, baking is very dynamic, depending with what you want to do. And then we have lots and lots of niche. We have someone who just does maybe banana breads only.
All right.
So with the banana bread variation, with chocolates, with what. So if you decide you want to go with the cakes, we have gluten-free cakes, we have healthy cakes. So
there are different types of cakes.
The niche is
what
very big.
You want.
Yes. Depending with what you want in your specialty, according maybe to your strength.
So the capital is not equal to everyone?
No, it's not equal to everyone.
All right. And now being a baker, to know that the way these cakes are beautiful.
Yes.
And for example, now that you have these on stage, are they real flowers, or you just made them out of the sugars?
This is one of my specialty, I can say. I was trained very well. I was trained with renowned bakers. I was trained with abroad bakers.
All right.
Because I've been doing the training outside. So it's something that sells us most, the sugar flowers. These are sugar flowers.
Sugar flowers.
Yes, they are edible. And because of the craft, it takes a lot of time to make them.
All right.
And that's the uniqueness of what we have. So when you come to having a cake from us, you're sure of the beauty, where you won't find maybe so many people doing this kind of job.
So that takes us to the next question. For this bakehouse, now that you have a lot of people who are baking right now, what makes this unique apart from the flowers?
Something else, I'm a born artist. I always say I'm a born artist, but I'm a trained scientist. I'm a biology chemistry teacher by profession. But an art, we are just family that is born in art. We draw a lot. So with an artistic eye, an artist always has a third eye. And that's what makes us different. The attention to detail.
Even attention to detail.
Right. That's what brings us apart. By the time you see a mistake on our cakes, you won't even find, because you already found it. Yeah, because of that special eye of an art. So attention to details, and you can see with the attention to details, you can also see on the cake, like no mistakes, no what. It's not that there's never mistake. It's just that we curate the mistake to remove them even before it gets to the client.
So you make sure you're looking at every detail on the cake before you let it go.
Very true.
All right. And are there any official documents that I need to start a bakery?
Yes. But if you're a home baker, because nobody will come to your place to see what you're doing and all that, mostly the important one is the food handlers. That one we do it every 6 months. It's important so that you also, when you know your health, because it's 6 months, when you know your health, you're even safe with your clients because of the transmittable diseases. Because when you're doing the 6 month, the food handling certificate, when you're doing the test, when you have anything in your specimen, at least they tell you the medicine to do and all that. You can take some time off without baking even for a week as you're treating that, so that you're not transmitting to your clients. But that's the biggest thing that not many bakers have. And it's very cheap, and it's only 6 months. Oh,
so you have to do it after every 6 months just to make sure you're safe.
Yes.
I also know and understand that you guys are certified by KEBS.
Yes.
Is that important?
So for us, looking at the broader picture, we are not only a business name as Little Hands Bakehouse, we are a private limited company. We registered the business. It's a private limited company. We are certified by KEBS because for you to be certified by KEBS, someone who has gone through that, they know what it means. So all our cakes are tested. Even the flowers that we do, we took them for the test. For the labs, they did all that. We have the certificates. So we are very sure what you're giving you is certified. And you see the beauty about that also, we pay our taxes. Yes. So we are compliant.
All right.
Yes.
For one to get certified by KEBS, what exactly do they need and how much does it cost?
Okay. First, even if you're a home baker, it's not outright you're going to be certified by KEBS. Because first, they don't want your bakery to be attached to the house.
Oh,
yes.
All right.
So the bakery has to be separate from your house, separate from where you're sleeping. That's why you find many bakers missing out of that. For us, our bakery is outside the house.
All right.
So because they have to come and check and certify everything is okay, you have an external toilet, not the one that you're using in the house. They say the floor has to be tiled, the walls has to be clean.
Just to make sure the customer is secure.
Yes, even you must have a sink in the bakery aside from your house.
All right.
So if you don't have that, you miss that one from them.
Okay.
Yes.
You've also mentioned that you went to study abroad.
Yes.
Is that necessary for everyone who wants to bake, or there's an easier way?
Okay, it's not necessary, but also back to the question, what makes you unique? Even for the studies abroad, there are some techniques you can't find them, not unless you've come to Little Hands Bakehouse, you can't receive them because you were trained abroad for them. So that's what makes us unique, even the designs and all that. So, but it's also very expensive to get trained abroad. But you don't have to do it for you to be in the industry.
So you can just come to people like you and get trained.
So for us, now that we are trained outside with this, we are
you
here
can now train us here.
We can now train them here.
All right.
Yes.
So you've seen that it's not that hard to have a bakery and such beautiful products. Who wouldn't want to taste such a cake? So make sure you follow this, and if you have an interest, start your own bakery. Very easy. So Lydia, just give us a 5-minute tip to someone out there who wants to start a bakery.
If you want to start a baking business, you can as well start from home and at home. The advantage is because most of the ingredients and the equipment that we use them in baking, they're readily available at home. So you can even start with what you have, and the initial capital will be very minimal. But as you grow, you have to look for trainings and upgrade your work, because the baking business is very dynamic. Any technique we have, let's say January, in March is already dead. You can't even use that in any of your creativity again. So the tip I could focus more is just focus on the trainings. Get another home baker. You must be having a mentor, somebody that you're looking up to. Reach out to them, see their work. They can give you the decoration courses, the baking courses, and that's the beauty of it. You keep growing as you go. I would like to give tips to our brides-to-be, because that's our most specialty when it comes to the wedding cakes, and we deal with them mostly. So when you want to see who is doing your wedding cake, try and get a cake designer who meets your needs, because as much as we do beautiful cakes, maybe that's not the kind of cake that you want. So look for your match, and you'll be able to see from the start, because you're looking for the cakes. You'll be able to, since you're scouting and you're fishing and all that. So look for your match. Don't even we have many brides, I have my aunt who bakes, I have a friend who bakes. If they cannot give you what you want, then just go to a professional, and a perfect match is everything that I will always vouch for. My name is Jojo, and you're watching Business Plus.